Start recording. All right, everybody. This is Greg Ryder and Randy and Kevin and Michael Tranner's going to be here in a few minutes. And this is your weekly
Greg,
Ask the Expert.
Muted.
Say that again.
Michael said he's on. He's just muted though.
Yeah, but he's not in the staff area though.
Maybe he needs to click his mic on at the top. Maybe he can't see that.
Well, no, he's not listed as an organizer. So anyway, we'll figure that out. So we're going to do Facebook advertising and ask your question. And one of the things I want to do while you guys are teeing up some questions, just get your questions. What is your question that you have about Facebook advertising? Where are you? Oh, I see. He came in as a Randy Park. Where are you stuck? And I'm going to show you guys kind of what I do and what makes life easy for me, and we'll see if that can help you guys as well. So I actually use a product. So now you see my. Have you guys everyone see my screen? Say yes. Let me know you can see my screen. You guys see my screen? Yep. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I want to show you guys what I use. So get your questions going. Type those in. In the meantime, I'm going to show you what I use because I went and learned Power Editor, and I went and learned Facebook, and I went and learned all that stuff. But I actually have this program called Espresso, and I like Espresso because it gives me pretty charts and graphs, gives me really cool click-through rates, cost per clicks, the amount of clicks, the amount of impressions, my spent, my cost, my CPA. It gives me all kinds of this thing called the Audience Inspector where I can check all kinds of different things. It gives me, my top ads and what the stats are: 2.2 click-through rate, 42 cents a click. My cost per acquisition $25.90. And then my worst ads, things like that. So let me kind of show you. And I haven't really done any T-shirt campaigns that are worth looking at. Let me see if I can go to AIN back in the days. Wait, wrong button. So it's very intuitive. It's very easy. It's very easy to set up ads, set up split tests, things of that nature. Pulls up pretty charts and graphs. And I can get you guys a link. That's not showing anything. No, I gotta find a campaign that actually has some results. Let's see if I do my campaigns. I go to this ads reporting tab, and I was split testing male to female, and I can come down here and I can see, okay, females I had 7 clicks, males I had 17 clicks, how much money I spent. My click-through rate was 1.184% for female, 2.453 for male. My cost per click was 46 cents to $1.09. And I know you can get all the same information in Power Editor, but I just like how it's so easy to get here. And I click on this and I go, okay, I was testing placement, mobile versus audience network. And again, it'll show me my click-through rate, my stuff down here. I just love this program and what it allowed me to do as a new guy as it relates to Facebook advertising and Facebook marketing for setting up ads, tracking different things, getting all the different things that I needed to follow. I just made it easy for me. So I kind of want to share that with anybody. And if you have any questions about that, I can answer questions about that as well. But let me see if there's any questions that have come in. Okay, where is my question thing? And if we don't have any questions, I'm going to ask some questions of Kevin. Kevin, can you give me the info on the Louisville seminar that you did? Louisville seminar that you did. I bought the live stream. Thanks. Okay, that's another situation, Patty. Kevin can get that to you. I see the team screen. Yes, we see. Free trial, no credit card required. Ray's asking who's doing anything is actually turning a profit. So I don't see any questions about Facebook yet. So I'm gonna go to my campaign that I did, and I'm gonna ask Kevin some questions because I have some questions, and you'll see what kind of questions I came up with. So if I go to T-Rex, and I go My Campaigns, and I'm going to show you, Kevin, what I was running, what the ads I was running. So I was running, let's see, this one I got 60 clicks. So this is Big Noggin Website Mobile. And let me show you the ads I was running. So let me go ahead and view this on Facebook. So Kevin, critique this ad real quick. I just put, these are adorable, get your Christmas presents early. I put a link to the actual thing. I put this picture in here. And then I put adorable Christmas tees and onesies for babies too. These cute Christmas designs on sale now.
You can't see the product enough.
Oh,
So I would shrink the kid to about half that size so I could actually see the shirt.
yeah, there you go. That's a great comment.
I'd put a border on it,
Okay.
probably red to match the snowflakes, maybe a dotted line border so it gets their attention. Otherwise, it just kind of blends in like a picture.
Gotcha.
If you're running clicks to website, I'd put a price on there to pre-qualify the customer. So
Where
they
would you
don't
put
get.
the price? Would you put it up here in the top, or would you put it down the bottom?
I'd put it on the picture.
Oh, you put it on the picture. Okay, perfect.
If you're doing clicks to website and you're paying for the clicks instead of paying for the impressions, the 20% text rule doesn't really count. Actually, I was getting like $2 and $3 CPMs the other day with click to website ads paying for clicks with text all over the image. So according to the old grid tool, which there's a copy of it out there, my ad was 80% text, and I still was able to put it through Facebook and get really low CPMs.
Wow, that's awesome. So there's a rookie at T-shirt sales making every big mistake you can make of. I don't even have the, I didn't, it's like, it's so obvious now. It's like I don't even have the product in the picture. It's like, oh my gosh. Let's see if I have another one where I did a little bit better job.
Sorry to be brutal on that one.
No, dude, that's exactly what I need and everybody needs, right? And then here's one I did on the page post engagement. Let's see what that ad, if those ads look different. Yeah,
Okay.
basically the same problem.
Well, yeah, but there's another issue with that one. Page post engagement is shown to people that tend to engage with the ad, but you're not telling them to engage with it. The whole idea of PPE is page post engagement, which would be comments, likes, and shares. But in your ad copy, it doesn't say anything about putting a comment on there or a like or a share or anything like that.
Gotcha. So you just come right in and tell people, hey, comment on this, share this, like this. Give me your comments. What do you think?
Right. So if you got that happening in an ad and you're running a PPE to it and you got all that social proof, then you can go back and then run a website conversion or click to website or whatever to that same post, and you're going to get already have social proof on it, so people will be more likely to be buyers when they see all these people going, oh, I got to have this, or oh, I really want to get that for little Joey or whatever. So you can use that. Now, another thing I do on that again is a border, because without a border, it's kind of not jumping off the page. The white backgrounds are great, but there's nothing to separate it from the gray of Facebook and the white of the right-hand column. It just doesn't jump out enough. So that's why I like to put borders on these things. And this time of year, a green border will also jump out.
Yeah, no, and the other thing that I kind of learned from you is I didn't really realize the whole difference between a clicks to website and a page post engagement, like the 700 by 700 and the 1280 by whatever that is. And you cleared me up on that. And they're different sizes and they're different clickable. Like this image is not clickable. It just takes me to the image. They have to click on the link.
Right.
And that's different than if they're clicking on that previous one I was showing you where they just have to click the actual picture and it takes them right to the page. So if you guys aren't clear on that, that's, I mean, I guess you could explain that, but
Sure, it's a link post will pull an image from your site, but the size of the image is 1200 by 628. So, and it makes the entire thing clickable. But if you don't want that, if you want the nice big clear photo post, then like a 700 by 700 or 1200 by 1200 doesn't matter as long as it's square. We'll show the entire image as a big square, but the image itself isn't clickable, so they'll have the comment. They'll have to click the link in the comment. And you always want to have a call to action in your post, whether you're trying to get them to make a comment or a like or a share or whatever, or to click the link to get yours now, or something like that to spark them to do something.
Right, right. See, right there, that's the difference. I did actually make a couple sales, but they weren't profitable, but I did make some sales, so, I got excited that I made some sales, but now I'm going to go back and fix all that stuff. And again, just so everyone knows, I've done Facebook ads for my other business that weren't around T-shirts and that kind of stuff, but I've done direct response Facebook ads all the time, and I was real successful in my other business, but it just translates over. It's all new for me. So I maybe have a little bit of a head start because I understand the philosophy, I understand the mindset of direct response advertising, but still this idea of a dotted line border, like in my investment world, a dotted line border looks cheesy. It doesn't represent the brand well. We never did the dotted lines or the borders, stuff like that. So this is just great advice that Kevin's given. And Michael, I just made you an organizer, so if you want to make your comment, you Skyped me something, but what was your comment, Michael?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and also, you can do, like Kevin was saying, usually a page poster, you're asking for a different type of result, and you're trying to get shares, and then hopefully by sharing, people are going to eventually click on the link that is in the post. But you can also run, if you wanted to run like a clicks to website, you can also run that off of a page post. I believe you can do it in both Ads Manager and Power Editor, but once you get to that point, if you create the post on your page and you pick that post, you can actually, if you create the post and then you run an ad for a clicks to website or a conversion ad, you can actually use that 700 by 700 post as your ad. If you don't want to use just the more rectangular square one that you would normally use.
Right.
So it will optimize for people.
You can't do a click to website now with the square post. It requires the button, the call to action button now.
Okay, is it just the conversion one you can do then?
You can do PPEs and website conversions. It's the click to website that's being.
Okay, so
it's being weird.
Okay, yeah. So if you wanted to just run a conversion ad, you can also do that too. Is use the page post.
Yeah, so along those lines, and somebody just asked something about trust message, and let me show you what we're doing with Christina, and we're getting everybody who wants to do anything with Christina Milian, we're going to be getting you guys some new images and some new merchandise to market very, very quickly. So let me try to show you what we've been doing just to kind of figure out what's going on, so you guys can see the Christina Milian's official fan page, and we were running some, we were taking some direction from Ken, and let me find the post. Hold on, it's got to be here somewhere. Yeah, so this post right here. So we're doing posts like this, going which ones do you like, asking for engagements and comments, and getting some feedback. There we go. And so we were getting a lot of feedback, and we're trying to use that as, okay, which ones do I want to actually run ads to? So again, if you're interested in doing your own, buying it wholesale from us and selling it retail for Christina Milian, go follow her page and follow what we're doing. And these are the new designs that we're going to come out with and give you guys literally any day now. Like they're being built today. So it's basically some new merchandise of imagery of her. It's never been released before, never been out there before, and we're getting some feedback. We're counting the numbers, but again, I saw Ken doing this. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So before I start spending money on ads, I'm doing this organically. I'm seeing how many comments we have, 153 comments. Now I'm gonna start running some ads to it and see how much I can even get more stuff from people. And then I'm also looking at the names, going, okay, that's a man, that's a man, that's a man, and that kind of stuff. So that's going to dictate how we write our ads based on the comments I'm getting here. Yeah, Randy?
all I'm seeing is, maybe it's my screen, but I'm not seeing any of the images or things like that. Are you showing off something of Christina?
Yeah.
Maybe it's my screen.
I'm only seeing your
sorry.
espresso screen.
Now
There you go.
see-
Yeah. Now I'm
Okay.
seeing it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for bringing that up. I can't see what I'm not seeing, right? So these are the images that these are just, we had about a dozen of these done, and we're testing which ones are going to be getting the most engagement and the ones people like the most. Randy got those images from Sam today, and he's building a couple campaigns, and we'll share those campaigns with anyone who wants to sell them. So we're going to start doing this ourselves right away. So I know some people did want to do that, and we got 30 days left. But so again, go back to Facebook advertising. This to me is a method to find out what the audience wants, you know, which designs they like, who's commenting on them, who's saying, well, I'd like to have that. Is that a boy or a girl? And we're getting an enormous amount of guys out there. So it's like, oh, we got to put these on a unisex shirt too. So this is where we're learning, you know, what we're doing. And even if I had to spend $2 or $3 a day, you know, boosting this post to get this engagement, which that's a good question, Kevin. What if you had a brand new fan page and you were kind of using a strategy like this to figure out which designs you wanted to kind of spend money on and go after, what kind of budget would you do when you do stuff like this?
With 4 images on there, you know, I would start out $10-15 to get a lot of engagement fast. And then when I had a good 100 comments or 100 interactions with the post where I got some information, then I could make a decision then of what to run.
Okay. So now this one, I'll critique it real quick because I had my daughter do this. My daughter Candace does social media for us, and so she put this together. And so me critiquing her, I'm like, Candace, we can't put see, we have 2 blacks, a red, and a white shirt. We don't get good data if we just need to do the same shirt with 4 different designs. And then once we pick the design that wins, then we can put that design on a white shirt or a red shirt, but not a different style. And I told her you can't, or you shouldn't, you know, try to mix. Like this is like a multivariant split test. We really don't know which one they like. Do they like the white one because it's a V-neck, or do we like, you know? So it's like you can't do multivariate split tests with this kind of stuff. So what critique would you have on this, Kevin or Mike or anybody else?
I do agree with you on that. I think it's kind of busy looking all at it, and if you're asking someone to, you know, which design you like, you know, you like you said, you only have a few seconds to capture someone's attention to actually get them to comment on something. You want to make sure that it's clear enough for them to comment. So I agree with that, because if somebody can say, I like the white, I like the design, you don't know if they like the design on the white or if they would like that design on a black shirt or a V-neck or what. So I do agree with that. I mean, otherwise, I mean, I think it's effective.
And then just so you guys know too, we are using Trust Message, and Trust Message is saying, hey, thank you for your comment. When we actually decide which designs we're going to go live with, they'll be at this website, and we give them a link right back to the website, and we're making sales on other stuff on the website while they're waiting for these. So that's kind of working for us as well too. So how about you?
Hey, Greg, I might just add, I can tell you for sure these things look that good on a shirt too, because we sampled those out.
Oh yeah, they're awesome, huh?
Hey, Greg, I put 2 pictures in the chat if you want to click on those real quick.
Let's see. Okay.
No, that's how I do a website conversion ad with the price on it. I ask the question, I put the price up on the picture and in the comment, then I have the link, then I give them the basic information because they're going to ask questions below. So I try to eliminate a lot of the questions, get them to click to the site. So it has the sizes, it has, you know, what the sale applies to, small to extra large, you know, all that stuff. And the results of that ad are the other picture. And we reached 1.3 million people on that campaign. And we sold thousands. I mean, we had, what, 4,600 checkouts on that one?
Yeah.
So that sold a pile of shirts.
Very cool.
So what you have to do is, you got to get them, you got to have that call to action, the link. You pre-qualify them with your offer, whether it's the low price white or whatever, and you get it out there. And you don't have to have a complex image. The image is pretty basic.
Right. And in this image, is that a 700 by 700?
Yes.
And does that click right to the website, or do they have to click the link up here?
They have to click the link.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Wow, there you go. See, that's good stuff, man. I'm gonna start implementing this. I'm excited. Is there any questions coming in? Let's see. Greg, can you remind me, is Christina a singer? How might we know her? Christina Milian was on Disney. She was a child star. She then became a pop singer and had I think 10 top 10 singles. And now she's a sitcom star. She's on a sitcom about grandpa. I think it's called Grandpas. She still releases albums and sings. She's kind of like a like a pop star. She's also doing she was on the Rocky Horror Picture Show. She's pretty active. She's really pretty active. Yeah, no, we're recording it, Michael. This will be recorded and put in the membership area. So does anyone have any specific questions about Facebook that we can answer for you? About audiences and choosing audiences or custom audiences or what kind of ads to run, that kind of stuff? Where are you stuck? Because I was really stuck on, do I do a PP, paid post engagement? Do I do that 700 by 700? And we've kind of cleared that up already. And so now I get it, right? Do you have any insights, Michael and or Kevin, about instead of choose which 4 designs work better, just doing 2 designs? Because I was going to do some of those today. Instead of giving them 4 choices to look at, which design do you look better, 1 or 2?
Well, I think if you wanted to just do 2 to make it, you can just run a couple separate posts, and then you can kind of see where, it's just the same targeting and the same budget, and just to see where you're at. If you don't want to use all 4 at once, but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would spend too much time on it, but I think you can, for what you're trying to accomplish, I think you would have enough data coming back to decide what you want to do, how you want to target it, what kind of ads you want to use, and what you want to feature.
Okay, so John's asking Facebook ads. Yes, when to do a PPE or a conversion? Like, when do you do it? And I guess
PPE,
Kevin.
Yeah, I do PPE to see if there's interest in the item or not, and I just usually start off at the beginning with that, and I don't really run those too long. The reason is it's not optimizing your audience at all. In a website conversion ad, you have to choose a conversion event to optimize for, and what happens is Facebook looks for people who are most likely to do whatever your conversion event is. If it's a purchase, if you're using a checkout conversion event, then it's looking for people that are most likely to check out on your website based upon their behaviors and their previous behaviors and things like that. Whereas a PPE is there, it's going to show the ad to. First of all, it doesn't optimize the ad. The audience for that ad itself. What it's doing is it's looking for people that Facebook knows that are most likely to like, comment, and share posts. So it's a very different strategy. So you'll get a bigger reach with PPE, but it's not really made for selling. It's not looking for those purchase behaviors from people.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. And honestly, it's I've seen it the opposite way too. But I definitely agree with Kevin on if you're trying to, and as far as collecting better data just for yourself and to see where you're at, definitely running either the conversion ads or, because eventually that's what you want. Now, but I have seen PPE ads, and this was, as a couple years ago when everyone was running conversion ads, and then somebody decided to do a PPE ad, and, they sold thousands of shirts, and that's kind of was the craze for a while. Because it was so much cheaper. But I think it's going back to what Kevin said earlier, it definitely can gauge whether or not if you have the right image and if you have, the right copy, you can kind of gauge off of that. Like maybe I should try some conversion ads because man, the PPE, I mean, I'm getting so many likes and comments, and if you're under, 15, 10 cents per engagement, you can tell people are engaging with it. You're seeing how many shares, and then you can kind of do your strategy off of that. I always like to try that at least first, and just a simple test, even just $5, just to see where you're at. Let Facebook optimize it, see if people are even engaged by the image at all, and then you can kind of, go off from that information and go try some other ads with it.
Yeah. Hey, can you guys see the questions, or am I the only one that sees the questions?
I don't think I can see them. There's a whole bunch of buttons here. Let me see.
Okay, so let me go to the next one. So what is the best way to target? How to find the best interests? And the one thing that I've learned, and I'll let the experts kind of chime in here, is you pick an interest, but they have to have like again, going back to the college teams, they have to like I'm doing some stuff for the Champions Basketball League. They have to like NBA basketball, but they also have to like the New York Knicks, right? So because I'm trying to target basketball fans, and then I might exclude some different things as well. So I think when you can have them like a particular generic one, then more of a specific one, that's kind of what I've kind of picked up from listening to Ken. But what are your comments, Kevin?
Well, there's a big difference between someone liking dogs and someone liking a German Shepherd. You need to be able to get to that specific target that has the passion point or the extreme interest. We always say that if you're targeting somebody, it needs to be funny, or it needs to hit an emotion, or something like that there's a really strong interest. And I always say that if you walk into a biker bar and you walk up to a big burly guy and tell him that his Harley sucks, he's going to punch you. Well, that's the level of interest that you want, because there's a lot of guys that may have motorcycles, or they may have they may like motorcycles but not own one. They're not going to be the guys that are really interested in it. They're not going to buy a shirt because they're not. It's not their lifestyle. But there's a lot of times Facebook has people lumped in these audiences because of likes by association. They may have seen a picture that was posted by some Facebook fan page that it's not really related, but since they like that picture, now it lumps them in with it. So you really need to narrow your audience a little bit just to be able to get it. So what we're doing is we're combining a broad interest, such as the grandparents' broad interest, and then we're breaking it down with other interests, just that would be related, just to make it a more tightly knit audience.
So let's do a little exercise that everyone can benefit, and then we'll keep answering some questions. So I got to get some ads going for the Champions Basketball League, and then again we can get everyone to help in on this as well. And Randy's created some campaigns. Randy, do you have what's those links for that campaign? Let me see if it's going to come up. Let me just log into the back office real quick and find the campaign links. So here's what we know. We're trying to get leads to fans, and let's see if I hit view. Gotham Ballers gear view. Here's the page. So this is a new basketball league. This team is in New York City, and it's part of the new Champions Basketball League. And we want to just start dropping pixels and getting people that have been to the exhibition games, and they're going to be part of the team to look at this. So again, what's the best way to narrow down this audience real quick, Kevin?
Who's on the team?
Kenya Martin. Here, I'll go there real quick. So yeah, that's a great question. So we go to Gotham Ballers. They're all ex-NBA players.
Right. So they're all going to be targetable in Facebook.
Yep. Kenya Martin, Al Harrington, Sean Merriam, Eddie Curry, Kareem Rush, Daniel Gibson. Here's all the teams.
All right. So if you were to target someone that likes Al Harrington and Kenyon Martin,
gotcha.
They would be huge. For a fact they're going to be Gotham Ballers fans.
Right.
To run some ads to people that like both, two of those players, and to they have to like both of them. So do that and do some mix and match there, and you can run some really low dollar ad sets that way, some like $5 ads, and see where there's some serious interest there. Then if the team has a targetable interest in there for Gotham Ballers, then you cross that with one of the players. So Gotham Ballers and Al Harrington, okay, and then just you do those, do a bunch of low dollar amount ad sets that way too.
Yeah.
You could do.
Kevin, does it make any sense too? I mean, a lot of these guys were college players. I know Kareem Rush was Mizzou. A lot of the Mizzou players, came down to that event the other day, or a lot of the fans did because he played at Mizzou. Does that get any traction if you go back to, like the college he went from?
Sure, do Mizzou and that particular player, and see what you can get. Anything that you can do to get the real fans. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it a purebred audience of the fans of that particular player, because there's a lot of guys that they may just like the Utah Jazz, but Jamal Tinsley there, he played for him, so they got a like by association.
Yeah, and every time they announced one of these guys, they announced where they played college at.
Yeah, so that would be something you could do also, their college team and that player, and run some low dollar ad sets to it and see if you get interest there, because that's exactly what you want to do, is to get the actual fan of that player. And or the combination of players, and that's what's going to get you some really strong traction.
Very cool. That's great advice. Okay, let me go to another question. So Victoria is asking, Paul is asking, I'm stuck on creating designs because I don't know what the shirt stock options are. Where do I find that info? And that's a good question for Randy or Kevin. So those shirt stock options, we're coming out with those templates any day now, right?
Yeah, we are. I think Matthew's got the unisex shirts all in there. Kevin, you're finishing up. I think by Friday, all of the new product mock-ups will be in the members area.
Yeah, and those are all set with the sizes included, so you'll have everything.
Basically, Paula, we're making that easy for everybody, that, here's all the items, these are the most popular items, here's what they are, here's their sizes, here's the pricing, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to give you those so you can just import them in, and then all you got to do is add your artwork on top of them. And just make that real easy and real simple. So that's coming. But I think right now in the done for yous, those blank images are already in your media file, right? Aren't they?
I don't know that they are in any of the ones that have just been coming out, but that's what's going to be available as soon as Matthew gets them all set up in there. And then you can just pull them down and import them into your site.
And then Marilyn's asking, she's new, if you want to do a custom shirt, what would be the requirements for the image that you wanted to use?
Well, what we need is the 2800 by 2800 at 200 DPI in a PNG. That's what is what you have set for the large image, and that's what's coming our way to do that printing.
Okay. Did you say 2800 by 3200 or 2800 by 2800?
Well, either 2800 by 3200.
Okay.
And a minimum of 200 DPI to get a good quality. Okay. So then Mark's asking, okay, so he's kind of recapping what we said. So run a PP ad to test a design at about $5 a day, kill it after 3 days, take the winner, go for the convert with the winner starting at $5, and scale based on actual buys. Did Mark get that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Mike A is asking, what about clicks to website? But I think we already covered that. But clicks to website, that's the same. That's a conversion ad. It clicks to website, right?
Nope.
Well, that's different.
Correct. That's shown to, it doesn't optimize the audience like a website conversion ad, but it's shown more to people that are more likely to click links to the website. Those are the 1200 by 628 ads that are clickable link post type ads.
Gotcha. So do you ever run those just to maybe get some traffic and drop some pixels?
Yeah, actually, we do that a lot. And the nice thing is we pay for the click instead of for the impression on those. So the 20% text rule doesn't really apply. So what we do is we just jack the text up on those like crazy, put all the pre-qualifying stuff, any kind of offer that we're going to put on there. We just load those things with text and make it look like a real advertisement. We make them pretty obnoxious so they jump off the page, and then we just go let those roll. And that's how we're getting the lowest CPMs right now. The lowest cost per 1,000 impressions are with those clicks to website ads.
Can you share one of those pictures like you did a second ago? Take a little screenshot and share it.
Sure.
Okay. And then Paul, we do have youth sizes, so there's youth sizes that you're going to have, so definitely youth sizes. And then Bob M is asking, are these new mockups going to be in the files area of the Facebook page or somewhere else? Well, we're going to put these mockups in the members in the membership site, right?
Yes, in the members area.
They're going to be in the membership site. You can just download them there and import them into your store. So Paul's saying she never got an answer to a support ticket. That's not good. I sent a question to support and never got a response. When I placed my design, it looked too big for the shirt. When I reduced it, there are added margins. It appeared to distort the image on the actual shirt. Will the artwork have the right spacing with the margin on both sides so that the artwork doesn't look too crowded? That's for you, Randy.
Well, when you send us the file, we scale it down to fit the shirt. So that full-size file, that 2800 by 3200, we can take that all the way down and put it on a can wrap. So we know by what shirt you ordered, what size it is, and we will scale it down to fit that shirt so it fits very nicely. You don't have to worry about anything other than giving us that full-size PNG.
Okay, cool. So I don't see any other questions. If you guys don't have any other questions, we'll wrap it up and we'll do something again next week. We'll keep this going. So last call for questions, everybody. Okay, so one thing I want to announce, I don't see any more questions coming through. Make sure they're using the right support group. Yeah, support at TREXWP.com should work. And then if you're putting that image through, I'll share that image with you. But I haven't talked to anybody about this. I mentioned it to Randy yesterday, but we're going to launch a contest. And we're going to see who can sell the most stuff between now and December 15th. Whoever sells the most items between now and December 15th, we're going to give you 100 shares of stock in Celebrity Lifestyle Brands. So you can become a shareholder of Celebrity Lifestyle Brands. So we've never done that before. No one's ever done that before. And we believe Celebrity Lifestyle Brand stock is going to be worth a fortune. So this is a chance for you to become a shareholder, and this can motivate you to get busy, get going. There's like 29 days left before the cutoff date to get Christmas delivery. You got to be testing. You got to be doing your prices. And what I'm doing personally, I'm starting at the lowest price and I'm going up, and I'm doing what Ken taught, where you start at the lowest price and go up, because if I can't sell them at $15, I surely can't sell them at $25. And I'd really get a sell and get a customer, gets me excited and get that stuff going. So we're gonna figure out a way to track this stuff, and starting today, the person who sells the most stuff. And Randy, do you have any ideas of how we should track the most stuff? Should it be like by item, or should it be dollar volume, or what should does that matter?
No, it doesn't matter, Greg, but I mean, I thought we talked a little bit too about maybe having everybody register that was interested in being a part of it, and then we can kind of track it better that way.
Okay. How can we do that? Who's got a good idea how we can get them to enter the contest?
Because, Greg, what we wanted to do, too, we talked about just making it inclusive in our T-Rex members. You know, we've got other customers that aren't T-Rex members, and we want to make this offer to our T-Rex members only.
Oh, absolutely. This is just for T-Rex. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, a picture's in there.
Yeah, so here's the picture that he was just talking about, where he clicks the website, with lots of text, lots of words, and look at that,
Obnoxious colors.
popping off there. Wow.
I mean, it's ugly, and it's real, and that for some reason does really well.
That's awesome. Have you ever tested like 1497 as opposed to 1495, anything like that?
I've done 9s and 5s, haven't done 7s, but that'd be something to try.
Gotcha.
But
I know in the
it's, I
internet
mean,
marketing, we always
that
do.
stupid ad there, that pink background, the dotted kind of like malted kind of weird pink purple background with the green, really for some reason grabs at people's attentions. It doesn't look anything like anything else on Facebook. There's no blues and grays or anything like that. You know, Zuckerberg's colorblind, so everything's blue and gray on Facebook. Um, so this just jumps off the page.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so on the contest, I think what I'll do is I'll make a post in the Facebook page, and if you want to enter the contest, just comment on that Facebook post, and that way we'll have that post, and we'll be able to do that. But it's only for T-Rex customers, and I think what I'd rather do is rather than dollar volume, I think what we'll do is we'll just count like one mug, one shirt, whoever sells the most items, not the most customers, the most items. You might have a customer buy 4 things, right? So we'll just, whoever sells the most items gets 100 shares of stock in Celebrity Lifestyle Brands. And
Yeah,
then
we
Carl,
can call that easy on the back end, Greg. That's a good way to do it.
yeah. And then Carl's asking, planning on running Facebook ad for a family style store for my mom's, dad's, and his family's and grandma's store. Do you have any suggestions on what to place in the ad, images, text, etc.? So he's saying he wants to run a generic ad to a store front. Is that even advisable? Kevin, Michael, anybody?
It's difficult to run things to a to a storefront, in my experience, just because people see the ad image of the one design that you're running, and they tend to, if they want that shirt, that's what they're looking for. And when you start adding, like, you know, a bunch of different shirts to an ad image, they get smaller and smaller and smaller to where they get to be irrelevant. Because, you know, if you're looking on your phone, you know, the images are pretty small. So I like to limit the image for, especially for mobile, to a single item. But that's, I mean, again, something that may work for you depending on your niche. I don't know. But I tend to just go single products, or a collection if they're very closely related.
Well, I think really just blunt to the point, the answer is no. You want to take them right to that one product. You can always redirect them before they leave to the main page or something, but you want to get rid of all those shiny objects, right, Kevin?
Yeah, you give them too many choices, they choose none. They get confused.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's easier. Yeah, yeah. And I think depending on your budget and what your goal is, I mean, it's like with big noggins and stuff like that. There might be a reason to do it from a branding perspective, and you're trying to get the brand out there, and maybe you're trying to figure out what kind of data, what kind of age, what kind of gender. You don't really know who your avatar is. There might be reasons to do that for that reason, but other than that, you want to go directly to what you're trying to sell them. So, and then they're asking me, is this image that we're showing right now? How's this look on a phone, Kevin?
They look really good. The 1200 by 628 scale really well onto the phone. You know, before people ran a lot of photo posts, these were the most popular sizes.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. Well, I think that's it. I don't see any more questions, so let's go ahead and wrap it up and get down a few minutes early. And just want to say thanks to everybody. We hope you find value in this. Our goal is to help you guys succeed. You have to succeed for us to succeed, so we want to continue to answer your questions and give you the tools you need to work on this. Oh, and then Victoria did ask, can we create a quick tutorial on how to edit a PNG image for manual personalization? And I don't know if there's a video in the members area already on that. Does anyone know?
I think there is. I think there already exists one. I've done some in the past too, but I off the top of my head, I don't know. If not, I can put something together tonight.
Okay, so Victoria, look back in the members area, and Kevin will look in there too. And I think it is in there. If not, he'll add one and he'll put it in the members tutorial in that little section where it's talking about personalization. So it will be there eventually. Okay, so on the contest, Ray, we're just going to do a Facebook post. Go on there and say you want in on the contest, and let's get to work, and let's we'll keep the count and get somebody to win 100 shares of stock in Celebrity Lifestyle Brands. And again, I saw some other competitors where they were dropping prices and stuff, but we've already dropped the price on everything. The T-shirts and the mug, all that stuff is like it's so dropped we can't drop the price anymore. So this is just all about getting customers and helping you guys be successful. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.